Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disney Trivia Night. Lol. Lol. Climate clapping.
All
That
right.
is silent for climate clapping.
That's right.
Here's Nicole.
So welcome back, everybody. I'm Kevin. Melissa's here as well. And of course, Emma, you see on your screen, is your host. You okay?
I'm a...
Oh, you had an eyelash?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It'll be fine.
There.
Well, tonight, what is our theme? What did you pick?
Tonight's theme is Secrets of the Magic Kingdom.
So y'all, keep it quiet.
Yeah.
It's after hours. The parks are closed. It's dark, as you can see from Emma's background.
Yeah.
So we're sneaking around. We're going to talk about cool stuff. Some things I'm sure you know already, and some maybe not.
Yeah.
And there's probably a few facts in between the questions that we'll talk about too, right?
Yeah.
Emma and I were talking about a lot of stuff earlier tonight, and I think we have some neat facts to share.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on to, I guess, talking about our sponsors.
Yeah.
Or your sponsors. I keep saying our like this is my thing. This is your gig.
You and Mommy already had one.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
And Mommy already had one too.
That's right. So your turn.
Thank you to our sponsors at DryBar here in San Antonio at the Colonies. Thank you for your wonderful sponsorship. And thank you, Miss Bridgette, for your sponsorship with Storybook trips by Miss Bridgette.
And who are they? What does she do with us?
Miss Bridgette is a Disney planner, and it can help you book your trip like to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, a Disney cruise.
All that stuff, all the adventures. And the reason that we use somebody is because she knows a lot of the ways to get to special tours and stuff that maybe you wouldn't know about otherwise.
Yeah.
So she's pretty cool. But we forgot to talk about who is DryBar.
DryBar is a place where you go get your, I say hair done, but you get a blowout.
Where they basically style your hair, right? You don't
Yeah.
get it cut, but you get it styled.
Yeah.
And I like sharing that because it's different to me. I never heard of that before. So
Yeah.
they're unique, and they also do your hair a lot of times for special events, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. So thank you to both of them. All righty. This time, at the request of everybody, and I think a good idea, we are going to put all the true and false questions up together. So y'all can kind of go through them, and then it might speed up a little bit, so we'll have more time to talk about things.
Yeah.
So, Em, whenever you're ready, you can read the true and false questions.
Okay. True or false? You enter the Magic Kingdom on the second floor. True or false? Again, you enter the Magic Kingdom on the second floor.
All righty. Number 2.
True or false? Main Street, USA is modeled after Walt Disney's birthplace in Chicago. Again, true or false? Main Street, USA is modeled after Walt Disney's birthplace in Chicago.
All right. Number 3.
The number of the fire station in Magic Kingdom is 55. Again, true or false? The number of the fire station in Magic Kingdom is 55.
All right. We're zooming through these this time, huh?
Yes.
Number 4.
True or false? The partner's statue is located near Cinderella's castle. Again, true or false? The partner's statue is located near Cinderella's castle.
All right. And the last true and false question. We have a total of 15 questions, as always, right? I forgot to remind everybody this one, but I can here. No comments in the chat. All right. I made that work, so I wanted to show everybody. All right. So last one, last number 5.
Goofy, true or false? Goofy is seated with Roy Disney near the flagpole. Again, true or false? Goofy is seated with Roy Disney near the flagpole.
There you go. All right. So before we get to the answers for this 1 through 5, instead of doing kind of a show and tell that we have been doing, Emma's got some shout outs she wants to make. So let me click over to your document so you could read the first one, I guess. Or maybe the first 2. How about that?
Shout out to Mr. Walt of Talk on YouTube. Thank you so much for being on my show. Your episode is now out on Apple and Google Podcasts. Again, thank you, Mr. Walt, for being on my show. You're amazing.
He is. He was really cool to talk to.
Also, congrats to your son.
That's right. Mr. Walt's son, Walter, is going to be getting married. And he proposed to his fiancée at Walt Disney World.
At Cinderella Castle.
Yeah, it's cool to know that, huh? We saw that on some of their live streams. So Mouse Talk is a live stream channel on YouTube, and Walt and his wife, Melissa, do the channel. When we interviewed him, only Mr. Walt was available. But that was a whole lot of fun. So thank you, Mr. Walt. And who's your second shout out?
Second shout out to Miss Bridgette of Storybook Trips.
Why is that?
Miss Bridgette, your podcast echo is out right now. Come by Saturday on Apple and Google Podcasts. So thank you again for being on my show, Miss Bridgette.
That's right.
You're welcome.
So I get to edit the podcast, so I got to listen to these shows. So this weekend, Mr. Walt and Mouse Talk came out on your podcast. And then last week was Miss Bridgette talking about what it takes to be a Disney planner and some of the inside stuff and all that y'all had fun talking about, right? I had fun listening to y'all.
Our favorites and everything like that.
Yeah, that was really cool. So if y'all haven't listened to that, you can go to talkingmickey.com. There are buttons right at the top that will get you to the podcast links. Okie dokie? And that's Emma and her guests. All right, you ready to do answers for the questions number 1 through 5? All right, guys. All the answers are going to be shown at the same time, so you can do your scores. So true or false, I'll read the questions like I usually do, right? And you'll give the answer? Okay. Your answer, listen to me. You enter Magic Kingdom on the 2nd floor. And that's true. And a lot of people may know that that's built on the 2nd floor, but the secret to why and how, really, is something we learned over time, but also we got some details from Mom's cousin, right? Mr. Sean, who works.
Hello to you too, Mr. Sean.
That's right, who works over at Disney. And what happened was, since Florida has a lot of swampy land, they couldn't build a basement. And they wanted to have underground support, like, piping and walkways and trash removal and all that stuff. So what they did was they dug out the area that is now Seven Seas Lagoon, right? I'm telling this story, but you know all this stuff. And they built up the land around where Magic Kingdom is now. And the 1st floor is actually underground and is those tunnels. So when you're walking into Magic Kingdom, you're actually standing on the roof of the 1st floor. So Main Street is actually on the roof of the building below it, which is kind of cool, huh? You're just sitting there kind of mesmerized. I know you know this stuff. Don't let me talk the whole time. All right, so number 2, Main Street, USA is inspired by Walt's birthplace in Chicago.
The answer is false.
That's right.
Wait, no. It's inspired by Missouri,
Marceline,
Michigan.
Marceline, Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
Where did that come from?
Where did Michigan come from?
we were talking about Michigan yesterday. Maybe maybe I still need to make these bigger. But anyway, yeah, Marceline, Missouri. Remember, because that's where his boyhood home was, where he remembered kind of fondly. But the architecture on Main Street is actually inspired by somewhere else, not in Missouri and not in Illinois. Where was it? You remember? State of Colorado.
Oh, Arizona.
Nope, Colorado.
Colorado.
And this town was Fort Collins.
Yes.
So Fort Collins, Colorado, the architecture at that time, when the designer was working on Main Street in Disneyland, it was actually after his hometown. But the idea for a Main Street came from Walt and Marceline, right? So anyway, all right, that's number 2. Number 3, the number of the fire station in Magic Kingdom is 55. That is?
False. It's 71.
Why is it 71?
Because that's the year Walt Disney World opened.
That's right. That was the year it opened. So that's kind of an Easter egg, huh?
Yes.
For people that may not know. The partner statue is located near Cinderella Castle.
True.
And what's the partner statue?
Walt holding Mickey's hand and pointing toward the train station.
That's right. He's looking down Main Street, right? Toward the train station.
Toward the crowd.
And the story is that he's pointing and saying something like, hey, look at all the people coming to have fun, right? He's showing Mickey the crowds. That's the story.
Yeah.
But one of the hidden things is that, and I heard this a long time ago, and I think you probably remember this too, every one of the statues is a different color. Did you know that? That's true. I thought maybe you did, but maybe not. Every one of the statues is a slightly different color, and they did that because of the different light. So in California, they didn't want it to look odd, so it's a slightly different color than the one in Florida and wherever the other partner statues are around the world.
Yeah, it's like Disneyland,
it's slightly different.
Disneyland.
But they did that for that reason, so it would still look like, what do you call it? I don't know, like a memorial fancy, I don't know, it would still look nice. It wouldn't look odd no matter what the lighting was, and that, because some areas have more sunlight than others, and I'm digging into a hole.
Sean said he didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm digging way under.
He went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm way under the Magic Kingdom here. All right. And Goofy is seated with Roy Disney near the flagpole.
Well,
Who is it?
It is Minnie Mouse.
And why is it Minnie Mouse? And why is it Roy?
Because Roy Disney opened up the park back in 1971. Because back in 1956, Walt Disney had a way pack on. So his brother Roy Disney, who was about to retire, came out of retirement to open up the park for his brother Walt. So, even though Walt was away pack on, his brother Roy decided to name the theme park after him. And after a few, years or months?
Oh, I think it was only a matter of months, yeah.
After a few months later, Roy Disney also passed on. So now, they're both in heaven now.
And yes,
Very happy.
That's right. So the partner statue has Walt and Mickey, and the Roy statue on the bench, I don't know if it has an actual name. Maybe Mr. Sean does that. Is sitting there in Main Street Square, in the town square, excuse me, sitting down Minnie and Roy.
Yeah.
And Disney World was supposed to be called Disney World, also Epcot, right? But
Community type of tomorrow.
But they named it Walt Disney World. Who decided to do that and put Walt at the front?
Right.
To honor
Walt Disney.
his brother. That's right. That's exactly what he did. That's pretty cool. I think that's a cool story. So, is everybody ready?
Is that one? Oh, yeah. Never mind. Sorry.
Yep. I think we actually covered them. Yeah, we covered them all this time. I usually jump ahead, but we're good this time. All right. You ready, Em?
Yeah.
All right.
Multiple choice time.
That's right. Multiple choice. You go. Your turn. Anytime you're ready, Em. Anytime you're ready.
The hidden areas underneath the Magic Kingdom in Florida are called A. The corridors, B. Mickey's secret passages, C. The corridors, or D. The basement. Again, the hidden areas underneath the Magic Kingdom in Florida are called.
Hiccups.
She's growing.
Multiple choice gives you the hiccups.
Come on.
Come on.
A. The corridors, B. Mickey's secret passages, C. The corridors, or D. The basement.
That's right. All right. Number 7.
How many barbershops are in the Magic Kingdom? A. 0, B. 1, C. 2, or D. 3. Again, how many barbershops are in the Magic Kingdom? A. 0, B. 1, C. 2, or D. 3.
All right. Number 8.
Which land in the Magic Kingdom has no bathrooms and no doors?
It does have doors.
It
No bathrooms and no doors.
Bathroom!
Yep. Oh well,
Right.
it does have doors.
Come on, come on.
So which bathroom? Which bathroom? Which land,
land.
has no bathrooms? You gotta read them. Living with the lands. That's right. All right, A through D. You want to read them off?
A. Tomorrowland, B. Adventureland, C. Fantasyland, or D. Liberty Square. Again, which land in the Magic Kingdom has no bathrooms? A. Tomorrowland, B. Adventureland, C. Fantasyland, or D. Liberty Square.
All right, number 9.
What will Walt Disney World will be celebrating in 2021?
Man, that is horrible grammar. What will Walt Disney World be celebrate in 2021?
Oh my! It should be celebrating. Oh, the grammar whiz is embarrassed.
We won't point to. You won't see her, but we won't point to the other woman in the room that did the questions, wrote them out for us. I think that was Melissa.
We'll be celebrating. Oh my!
Wait. There's more. You wait. There's more.
You were fixing them when you were doing these.
I cut and pasted. That's all I did.
No, you were editing before you were cutting and pasting.
No.
Sorry, guys.
All right. So what will Walt Disney World celebrate in 2021? You're going to read the 4 answers?
Is it A, the 40th anniversary of Epcot, B, the 35th anniversary of Hollywood Studios, but it's 2022, by the way.
Okay, now we know that's not it.
Yeah, we know that's not an answer. Come on, Emma.
See? This is about the time every week that she gets the giggles.
It is. Multiple choices when it happens.
Right. So C is the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom, and D is the
Mickey's 95th birthday.
I'm 100.
No, not 100. We're jumping ahead on that one. All right. So are you good with that one? We'll move on to number 10.
I'm coming down now. Go.
All right, cool. Number 10, your turn.
I'm not hibernating.
You're not what?
Hibernating?
Yeah.
You're not a bear? You don't hibernate?
Hyper.
You're not hyper. Oh, okay. I understand.
Which was not an Oakland attraction at the Magic Kingdom? Is it A, Was it A, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, B, the Haunted Mansion, C, Grand Prix Raceway, or D, Gondola Cruise?
We practiced the answer for C several times. And
Prix.
Grand Prix
Prix.
Raceway.
Grand Prix.
So that was just a little error. Grand Prix Raceway. So which was not an opening day attraction? Was it Big Thunder, Haunted Mansion, Grand Prix Raceway, or Jungle Cruise? All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, before we do answers.
Sean said, "Sharing the Magic" is the name of the statue with Roy and Minnie.
Oh, perfect. I did not know that.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's some inside secrets.
Thank you, Kagan-san.
I didn't know that. I don't even know if that's even noted anywhere. That's cool to know. All
Is
right,
it on
awesome.
the actual Mexico?
I don't know. It might be. We've never noticed.
This guy just
All
signed
right,
in.
are
so
you
let's do that
ready?
one.
You ready to do your shout out? Before we get to the answers for number 10 through
11 through.
no, I'm sorry, 6 through 10.
6 through 10. Oh God, we're all off. We must
This
have
is
forgot
it's an interesting family we have, y'all. All right,
Okay.
so we're gonna do a shout out. Let's do this shout out real quick.
Shout out to Mr. Kevin of the Haunted Mansion Bed and Breakfast on Instagram and Facebook. He did a wonderful and amazing shout out for me both on Instagram and Facebook. You can look him up both on Instagram and Facebook and follow him on both medias. He is a wonderful guy and I can't wait to have him on my show. He's also a huge Haunted Mansion fan, and like me.
And he's also, what does he do?
He also decorates his house with full of Haunted Mansion media.
That's right. He's a big Haunted Mansion fan. He decorates with Haunted Mansion, and he also does Disney travel planning, like Miss Bridgette. But yes,
You go up to you, Mr. Kevin. Can't wait to meet you soon.
that's right. So Mr. Kevin of, and this is a name I had to practice, Haunted Mansion Dead and Breakfast on Instagram and Facebook. So that is really cool. He gave a really nice shout out to Emma, wrote some wonderful things. So go out and check that out on Instagram and Facebook.
Subscribe and follow him.
And like Emma said, he's going to be a guest on her show coming up. So stay tuned for that cool interview.
Yep.
All righty. Are y'all ready for answers then?
Yes.
All right, let's move on to answers. So the answer to number 6, the hidden areas underneath the Magic Kingdom in Florida are called the
Utilidor.
Utilidors.
Utilidor.
So it's a combination. And you've been in them, so you know this. So the words are combinations of what? Corridors and utility? Oh gosh, here we go. The utility corridors, right? Are you okay? I'm patting you on the shoulder. You okay? It's all right.
Breathe.
All right. So anyway, the utilidors. Now, real
I did cry. I usually kind of feel like I do not know why.
well, you're having fun.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, this is
All right.
supposed to be a fun thing.
High.
But we talked about this story before we started, so let's tell a quick story, all right?
Okay.
You and I went on, and Mom, we went on the Keys to the Kingdom tour in
Yes.
Magic Kingdom years ago, right?
It's only for 18.
I think it's 16 and up. I think it was 16 and
16
up
and
because
up.
you
Yeah.
had to be 16 and you waited till
Yeah.
you were 16 to be able to do it.
Yeah,
You were
but She was
anxious.
16.
Yeah.
And so what we did was, I think it's 16. So anyway, we went, and the entrance to the utilidors we went into underground, which is actually the first floor, right,
Yeah.
in Magic Kingdom, is between the Jungle Cruise and the Emporium.
Yeah.
And there's a parking area, like a space back there. And you and I went, what did we do together by ourselves with no cast members in the area?
We broke the elevator. Cue Twilight Zone music.
Cue what music?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone music? Oh, gosh.
Cue it, Ron Darling.
Cue Rod Serling. It wasn't that kind of elevator. But we rode the
Alright.
elevators down to the utilidors by ourselves because the rest of the group went down the stairway.
Sorry, I'm hypo.
And
Okay.
it was a lot of fun. But it was really cool doing that. And when we went
So
under,
don't get nervous about me, okay, guys? Please.
no, we're not getting nervous.
No, I'm talking about to the audience.
Oh no, they're fine. They know you're having fun too.
Miss Alma's in again.
All
I
right.
think Alma.
And we have 3 people from Storybook Trips watching us.
Oh, that's cool.
Woo!
Welcome to all of the wonderful folks at Storybook Trips.
Look,
Y'all help us
shout out
have
to y'all too.
great trips too. All right, so that's the utilidors and our little bit of story.
Y'all always be welcome.
And
Be welcome.
any more facts about the utilidors you want to share?
Always do your best.
That's right. I think Emma's still doing her thing.
Yeah.
All right.
We need
You
to
ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll go to number 7 then.
Okay.
And I don't know the answer to
What
this.
was good?
I do.
All right. How many barbershops are there in the Magic Kingdom? And the answer is
C, 2.
I know there's one on Main Street
Look.
where you can get your first haircut and they give you a certificate and they put pixie dust in your hair no matter how old you are, and you can get your haircut there. I don't know if it's open right now, but it's
Probably
usually
not.
open. I don't know where the other one
The
is.
second one is in the utilidors for cast members.
Only.
That's what I was thinking.
Only.
So it's only for cast members.
Yeah.
So technically there are 2
So that means
barbershops.
Mr. got to get his haircut there.
I wonder if Mr. Sean ever did get his haircut there.
Well, he's listening. He'll probably answer anytime
That's pretty
now.
cool.
Look.
I've never had it done on Main Street, but I'd love to do that.
I think they're Corto. Wait, I can't remember where it was.
Well,
located.
It is.
Maybe
it's,
it'll be open by the time we get there in the fall.
That's right. It is
Yeah.
the barbershop, if
The
y'all don't
Corto
know.
is in phase 3 now.
That's right. The barbershop
And I'm
is,
still nervous about.
well, it's going to be
It'll be
fine.
fine.
Do you want to talk about the secret stuff? Or
Oh,
you...
yeah,
Okay. Whoops.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Sorry.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
y'all talk it up.
That's all right. So, yeah. So, where's the barbershop
I
located? I was going to say it, but do you know? It's between the car barn and the Emporium,
Oh, yes.
kind of in a corner. So a lot of people go
Ah.
by it and never really realize it's there.
So it's like on a side street.
No, it's facing it's on the square
Oh, okay.
by the car barn where the tracks go into that building.
Alma said, that is so cool. Junior Mulwani says he would love a haircut in Disney.
There you go. I would go get one too with you, Junior. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. I've always wanted to do that. And it's an
Sean
old
said,
style.
LOL, no, sadly I haven't. I don't get to go to the utilidors that often.
Aww.
Well, that's still something we could do down the road, maybe,
Yeah.
or he can do.
And take a selfie of
Just
it.
in case anybody hasn't guessed by now, Emma would love to work there, so
Yeah.
she would love to get her hair done as a cast member.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Anybody have any connections?
There you go. All right. Mr. Sean does. All
That's
right.
right, yeah.
And number 8, multiple choice. Which land in the Magic Kingdom has no bathrooms?
It is the living square. You know why?
Why? Why?
Because you don't have no restroom in the 18th century.
They didn't have indoor plumbing in the 18th century, and they were keeping it real, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like the brown in the ground?
Like supposedly the drainage ditch.
When you're
it's-
walking into Liberty Square from Frontierland?
Yeah, there's
Now
a
it's brown, and I won't walk on it, even though I know
Sort of.
it's clean, but it's supposed to represent
the
what?
yeah effluent.
sewage.
Yeah.
So yeah, if y'all haven't noticed, the change of the pavement in Liberty Square, running down the middle of the kind of the walkways, is a darker patch, and that's supposed to represent where the liquid and other stuff would have been kind of
Said sewage.
collected
Sewer.
in old
Sewer.
town colonial times because they didn't have indoor plumbing.
Sewer.
We thought, I said it would be kind of fun if we said that Tomorrowland didn't have bathrooms because nobody needs them in the future, but that would be weird. Adventureland has a lot of trees to go behind, but that's not it. They have bathrooms there too. And Fantasyland has like
They are called.
what?
They are called
Outhouses.
Yeah.
Well, in Frontierland, it would be outhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Fantasyland has the fanciest bathrooms, at least that I can think of, in Magic Kingdom
Oh,
called
yeah, the Tango bathrooms are the best bathrooms in all of Walt Disney.
the Tangled
Red
Bathrooms.
Sky View Bucket.
Yes.
Loading thing.
The tangled bathrooms, for another bit of trivia, I guess, are built on the old Fantasyland, the site of the old Fantasyland Skyway
Skyway
station.
Mm-hmm.
It was an
Was it called Skyway? Oh,
the
Skyline.
Skyline, Skyway. I think
I
it's called
know.
the Skyway.
I just know it was the buckets, and I got you on them in 1997.
Once, and that was it. I'm not a big height fan. But yeah, that's where that station used to be, is where the tangled bathrooms are now.
Miss Bridgette said, Emma, Kevin, and I just got back from Walt Disney World trip, and it was completely safe.
Awesome. See? She's reassuring you it's going to be good. Hopefully, we'll still get to go, and that'll be cool.
You have access to her. You could do it after.
That's right. All right. You got a Disney travel planner on speed dial.
That's right.
So you're good. All right. Number 9. What will Walt Disney World celebrate in 2021?
See, the 60th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom.
Woohoo!
That's right.
Walt Disney World will be 49 in 4 days.
That's
On
right.
Tuesday.
It'll be.
Exactly almost 49 at Disney World.
Here we go. So on October 1st, it celebrates its 49th birthday, and next year, you're fine.
Sorry, but I know I'm screaming.
That's okay. You're
Mine
good.
was not happy.
You're fine.
You weren't screaming.
All right.
Yeah, you
Let's.
were.
Can we move
Happy.
on? That's not important. You're doing great.
Uh-huh.
So October 1st of next year will be the 50th, right?
Yeah.
And the 40th of Epcot is actually in 2022.
Yeah.
The 35th anniversary of Studios, I think, is 2024.
Or 2029.
I think it's 2024 because it opened in 89.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's right. And then Mickey's 95th birthday is when? Because Emma knows this.
In 4 years, because he's going to be 91
He's 91 this year.
year.
So he'll be
So he's
95
almost a lucky rabbit.
in 4 years. That's right. So
Because almost is Mickey still over Kroger. And
Did-
he'll always be.
did y'all know? Let's do one little quick secret. Well, not secret, I guess, but really interesting trivia. Did y'all know who built or was building the first 2 hotels in Disney World? What company? I don't know if y'all know this. Disney operated the companies and was learning to operate the companies. The hotels, I should say, right? The Contemporary and the Polynesian.
Yeah.
And they also had the Fort Wilderness Campground. Those all opened with Disney World, right? Shortly thereafter, around there. But the company that actually was building them was originally going to operate them. And the company that was building them, if I remember correctly, was U.S. Steel.
Really?
They
The
were-
same company that made us do eel.
Probably, if they made that steel. There was a steel production company. And there's famous stuff about how the hotel rooms were built in the Contemporary. They were built on an on-site factory and slid into place, kind of like little modules. And interestingly, I have all this trivia stuff about areas in San Antonio. They actually built a hotel here in San Antonio the same way. And they
Yeah.
did it before then. They did
That's
it for the
right.
hemisphere. So the first modular kind of hotel where they stacked the rooms and all that stuff was actually done in San Antonio.
Now, isn't that how they do cruise ships, too?
I think.
I don't know.
Oh.
Could be.
Oh.
Could be.
Maybe.
All right, we're on to number 10.
Yeah.
And which was not an opening day attraction at the Magic Kingdom.
It was a Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Black Mountain.
Well, and Splash Mountain isn't on there. But yes. So Haunted Mansion was,
Because they were both grand.
and Grand Prix Raceway was, it's now called Tomorrowland Speedway,
Yeah.
right? And the Jungle Cruise was. So all 3 of those were original. And Emma, you know why the Haunted Mansion was an opening day attraction. Do you know? Can you share why it was an opening day attraction?
Because when Disney was still working on the Haunted Mansion for Disneyland, they made duplicates
Duplicates of all the
animatronic.
and the decorations and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland opened in what year?
1969.
And it opened in with Walt Disney World when?
1971.
So they built everything and just stored it until they were ready for Walt Disney World. So the
Go.
Haunted Mansion in Disney World was actually one of the first rides completed.
This is for Disney.
Okay,
This is for the Disney company.
we're waiting.
Disney. Can you hear me? I don't know if any of you cast members are watching. This is like Mr. Khan. But here's the thing. Please make a brand new hacky animatronic. Then put him like towards not in the attic thing, not in the balcony thing, but put him sort of like in the queue.
Oh, so you want them to build another Hatbox Ghost, which they don't have right now,
Yeah, there's none in
Florida.
Magic Kingdom.
but there is
Correct.
one in Disneyland.
Correct, it.
So you want
Next
that to be the
year.
big surprise for Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
That would be cool if it was.
Also, here's another one about it. In Tokyo Disneyland Haunted Mansion, by the way, which we did what a few weeks ago,
We
what
watched it, right?
a few Saturdays ago, as we did on
Okay.
my other trivia.
What about it?
They actually have compartment for Christmas overlay over there.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
You know, it is the same that building as the one in Florida.
That's right. So Tokyo and Disneyland have the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, which we
Yeah.
saw last year in Disneyland, but they don't do the overlay in Florida.
Yeah.
But
So-
the one in Tokyo Disneyland
Looks like the one in
the
Florida.
one in Florida.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a combination of Disneyland and Magic Kingdom.
Kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Okay.
Kind of weird. But that's a good wish. I hope somebody does hear that and build a
Yeah.
new Hatbox Ghost. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All righty. I think you have one more shout out to do, maybe?
Oh, yes.
And then we'll move on to doing the last questions. There's only 5 left, folks. Stick with us. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, shout out, Em.
Shout out to Miss Nikki over at Morgan Wonderland. You're amazing.
But tell them why.
Why?
If y'all have watched the Morgan Wonderland virtual gala last night
The virtual gala, right?
here in San Antonio, you saw me as actor Mr. Hill Harper from the TV show The Good Doctor about his favorite Disney movie. Thank you, Miss Nikki, for including me in that online event. You can watch me in that on the Morgan's Wonderland YouTube channel.
And lots of other of her friends are also in it. People who are watching. Flora's children, Pedro and Cassie.
That's right.
Miss Alma's son, Junior's in it.
That's right.
Froggy.
And then we have other friends who were in it, big Disney fans, Gabe and Katie and
Brianna.
Brianna.
That's right.
So Emma, we got to see all of our friends that we used to be around a lot a few years ago. So that was really neat.
So yeah,
Like a reunion, kind of.
Yeah.
that's right. It kind of was. So it was like a gala to raise money for Morgan's Wonderland, which is a completely accessible theme park here in San Antonio. And Emma got to interview Hill Harper, an actor from that TV show.
Yeah.
And you didn't say what his favorite movie was, though.
His favorite movie is Princess and the Frog.
Can you tell them why it's Princess and the Frog?
Because you know an actor or actress. Because you know an actress who can both the singing and the voice acting for Tiana.
Yes,
From Princess and the
Tiana
Frog.
That's
was
right.
portrayed.
Okay,
Voice
cool.
was portrayed by Anika Noni Rose. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But he told us that she is the first actress to portray both the singing voice and the talking voice in a Disney movie. So that was really, and that was also a question back when we first started.
And Tiana's one of Melissa's favorite princesses.
Because
so.
she's from New Orleans.
That's right.
I know that. You don't
she's
have
from
to
Nolens.
lie about it.
You don't have to what?
Wine.
I didn't want
Wine.
You
No,
get
she's not wine.
it. You get wine.
All right. Family, let's move
Like
on to
some
number
wine.
11.
Well,
We're wrapping it up. Okay, so questions 11 and 12, and then we're going to do 13, 14, 15, and then give the answers.
yeah.
So number 11, your turn.
what do these are open ended questions, by the way, folks. Anyway, what do the 13 lanterns in Liberty Square represent?
Perfect. Good job. All right. So,
Number 12. Tony's Town Square restaurant is based upon what movie?
all right. You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Well, she's going rapid fire with these, y'all.
All right. I'll read them again real quick.
Because she's not repeating them.
Yeah, I'll do it real quick. So number 11 was, what do the 13 lanterns in Liberty Square represent? And number 12 is, Tony's Town Square restaurant is based on what Disney movie? All right, so number 13, your turn. This is a little more of the grammatical stuff, but we'll move past it.
What's wrong?
That's okay. You read it like you know it's supposed to be. Okay?
It's okay, Mama.
We're good.
The name on the window down on Main Street, USA.
Represent.
Represent
There you go.
who? Why is the name of
What is the name of the barber?
of the barbershop?
Why did I do that?
I don't know. What is the...
Oh my God,
All right.
y'all, I'm so shamed.
All right, let's go.
Grammar.
Okay, it's cool. Let me read it. All right, so what is the name of the barbershop quartet who performs on Main Street, USA?
What is the effect on Main Street, USA that makes the buildings appear larger than they are?
That's
You
right.
may have to repeat those.
All right, so number 13.
I know.
The names of the windows on Main Street, USA represent who?
On.
Right? There are names on the windows in the street. Who do
On.
they represent?
Yeah.
Wow, what is the name? No, it's not who is the name. It's what is the name of the barbershop
what?
quartet who performs
was
on
what?
Main Street, USA. And what is... I'm going to go through these. What is the effect used on Main Street that makes the buildings appear larger than they are?
What, not who. What?
Thank you.
Sorry, guy.
We're good. We're good. All right, you ready for answers, everybody? This one's
Yeah.
this one's a little crazy tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so what do the 13 lanterns represent in Liberty Square?
The 13 original colonies.
That's right. And we have lived in multiple states. Only one of those states is a state that was a member of the 13 original colonies and represented by a flag also in Liberty Square. Emma, which state was that?
SC. No, South Carolina.
That's right. That's right. Tony's Town Square restaurant is based on what movie?
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. Tony's Town Square restaurant gets a lot of
Comments.
a lot of bad comments about the quality of the food. We've been there a few times and
Why?
it was pretty good.
Why?
Wasn't anything wrong with it. But
Why?
I don't know. But Lady and the Tramp, if y'all remember the scene where I guess it's Tramp rolls the meatball with his nose over the lady. So that's what that's based on. Not the bad food. The the restaurant.
The movie.
Sorry about that.
Movie.
The movie. All right. The names of the windows on the windows of I don't even know anymore. The names on the windows in Main Street represent who?
Walt, who is on the front of the crane station.
That's right.
Roy, his brother Roy.
Right.
Elijah, Walt and Roy's father,
That's right.
because he was a carpenter.
He was a carpenter.
Imagineer who worked with Walt, the original,
Uh-huh.
because you might know them.
That's right. And
The original Imagineer that worked with Walt Disney in the past.
the animators and other cast members, really.
Yeah,
They're all people who contributed big time to the company,
yeah.
right? The history, the legacy of Walt Disney and the parks and everything.
All right, who's the Imagineer that did Splash Mountain?
I know it.
Well, say it.
Tony Baxter.
He's on one of the windows.
I'd imagine
And
he.
eventually, unless he hasn't been already, Joe Rohde will be on a window. Or he may already be on a window.
Who's Joe Rohde?
He's a guy who did Animal Kingdom.
That's right. See?
And he's still wearing that weird Earring.
He's the guy with the weird earring. Yes, he has the really long, stretched out ear on one side. He's kind of known for that, but he is the one that really had a big hand in designing Animal Kingdom, and lots of other stuff.
I think we stymied a lot of people.
Those are pretty cool.
Because we haven't finished, but...
All right, so we're moved on now. Why is the name? Why is the name again?
Well, you're reading it.
What is the name of the barbershop quartet who performs on Main Street, USA?
The Dapper Dan.
The Dapper Dans.
Who and when are now singing again for Halloween?
That's right.
Woo!
They're singing again now, and they're called what during Halloween? They do special performances.
It's going on the balcony.
And
what are they called?
They changed the name temporarily to what?
The Cadaver Dans.
Oh, no.
The Cadaver Dans. They look like kind of zombie guys. Not scary zombie guys, but just kind of,
Delicate.
So anyway, but the Dapper Dans, I think there's always been a quartet there since the first of the opening of the park. I know there was in Disneyland.
Yeah.
So that's one of those original things, I believe, that if you've never stopped and listened to them sing, they sing not only old school songs, but also Disney songs in kind of a barbershop quartet style, right? Plus they do those kind of chime things during Christmas, the bells. I'm not sure what those instruments are called. Those are kind of cool. And then number 15, what? Last question of the night, y'all.
Yeah.
What is the effect used on Main Street, USA that makes the buildings appear larger than they are?
The floor.
The forced
The floor.
perspective.
Oh, floor.
Forced perspective. Okay, so tell everybody what forced perspective is. Do you want me to do it?
No.
Okay, we talked about this earlier. She knows it. Basically, a good example of it is they want the buildings to look bigger than they are, so they're more grand. But they also don't need, at the time, I guess, didn't need all the space and didn't want to spend all the money. So the first floor of most of the buildings is full size, if not a little bit larger. The second floor is smaller, shorter. Even though it looks like it's been made full size, it's actually shorter. And then the floors above that are even shorter. So if you look at Cinderella Castle, if you were to go up to the very top in what looks like a room or a real window, it would actually be much shorter, very small compared to a real window. So when things get smaller toward the top, it makes it look taller when you're at ground level. And the other thing which I wanted to add, I always heard this, I think this was from Lou Mangello maybe, or somebody like that.
Mr. Lou?
I believe it might have been.
Shout out to Mr. Lou from WB Radio today.
That's right.
But you're very awesome.
Yes, he was awesome. And Emma loves the shout outs. But the other thing was, I heard this a long time ago, I think it might have been through him, was that the way they built the Main Street, the buildings closest to the train station are taller, generally, than the buildings at the very end. And when you get there into Town Square and you look down, it looks like the castle is way far away, which makes the castle seem even bigger in your mind, right? But when you're at the castle, looking back the other way toward the train station is actually built a little bigger in scale than it would normally be. Plus, it's up high, so it makes it look even closer to you when you're standing at the castle than it really is.
Wow.
So what they want you to do, and they did this for a reason, supposedly, this might have been Jim Hill saying this, I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
But anyway, they say that because they want you, when you first arrive in the morning, to be impressed by the castle and to want to walk way into the park to fill up the park, right? They don't want people crowding in the entryway. They want people to move back into the park. And at night, they don't want you to rush out. They want you to take your time. So if you're at the hub and you're looking down, it doesn't look that far away. So we can linger a while. We can go in the shops. We can buy different stuff. And then we walk. It's actually the same distance, but it doesn't feel like it's that far. And if you want one more thing, I think this did come from Jim Hill. It's not about the forced perspective, but it is interesting about how they laid out Main Street. You listening or are you zoning? I think you know some of this. I don't know if you know all of this. But remember why the stores are where they are? So if you think about it, when you walk into Magic Kingdom, on the right-hand side, you're going to have a hat store because you're in Florida. and people needed hats, especially when they opened the parks. You also had candy and snacks and coffee shop and stuff. What?
Speaking of hats,
Uh-oh.
guess what used to be there?
What?
The old egg house.
The egg house? Oh, in Disneyland? I don't know if it was in Florida. You think?
Not in 1971.
I don't know.
I don't think they would have.
The egg house?
Never heard of the egg
I don't know.
house.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Look it up on
Okay, well, we'll look it up.
the first one, I think.
But I'll finish what I was doing because we got to wrap it up.
Look at that.
So anyway, so when you walk in on the right-hand side is the hat shop. There's used to be the camera store. There's the coffee thing and all that other kind of stuff. Because when you first arrive in the park, you're going to need those kind of things, right? When you're coming out, the stuff that was on your right-hand side, but it's really the left-hand side of the street, is the gift shops and the other stuff that you're going to want when you're leaving the park to pick up the stuff you need. So the reason they laid it out the way they did is for people entering the park and what they may need, and people leaving the park and what they may want, right? So anyway, that's a long story, but I've known that for a long time, and I cannot remember where I heard it, but it's kind of cool, and that makes sense. It's kind of a retail thing, right? So let's wrap it up, guys. This is a longer one than normal, so sorry for going a little bit longer, but thank you for staying with us. You ready to close it out for us?
Well, we need to see who won.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's where we're going now.
Oh.
So everybody tally your scores. Tell us what you got. How many did you get correct?
Let's see.
The green one.
You did that already.
And the might go highlighted.
That's okay.
Lauren Steiner got 9 out of 15. Sean got them all right, but he gave us all the questions.
That makes sense.
Catherine got 5 out of 15. Lauren got 9 out of 15. Let's see who else played. No, Bridgette was playing.
Uh-oh. So were these a little harder?
I bet.
What's our best score?
So far, it's Lauren.
Lauren got 9 out of 15?
Yep. I'm waiting
Whoa,
for
these were
Bridgette.
much harder. Maybe these were actually some secrets of the Magic Kingdom then.
We got, I had fun. I learned a lot. I will see you next week.
All right.
That was from Catherine. Lauren said had a blast and learned a lot.
Well, it sounds like Lauren's our winner again. Didn't she win once before?
Yeah.
I think earlier on in
a
few weeks back.
Wait, was it last week?
No, not last week.
That was Kaylin won last week.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Well, it sounds like we need to wrap it up. So to Lauren, big thumbs up.
Well,
You're our winner.
well.
I'm learning new stuff, y'all, so I got to use it on the screen.
Sean says, nah, they were easy.
They were easy when you write the questions.
Yes, they are.
All right, so let's move on. We'll wrap it up right now.
Yeah, Lauren won the one on Star Wars.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So Lauren,
There you go. We'll move on.
direct message me your address again.
Just so we make sure we
Just
got
make sure I have it.
it. All right. So everybody, Emma's going to close it up with.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me again tonight for another Disney Trivia Live on Facebook. It's going to be on YouTube tomorrow.
That's right.
At 12 o'clock. So make sure to ensure that.
And you can find her podcast where?
You can find my podcast at talkingmickey.com or on the Apple Podcast and the Google Podcast. So go out to Google as well. You know they all go on YouTube.
That's right.
Come on.
And you can.
And I also have my own Facebook group, which is called Differently Abled Disney Fans, which is about people who have disabilities like me, like autism, other ones.
Physical disabilities.
Intellectual.
That's right.
Hidden
Any
ability.
Exactly. Any kind of challenges, plus family, friends, and anybody else who's a Disney fan. And we try to keep it positive.
Yeah.
But right now we're almost at 80 members, I believe. Something like that. So if you're in the chat or you know a family member or friend who would want to participate, just look up Differently Abled Disney Fans.
Yeah, all of you new ones to the chat, to
Please.
the trivia today.
Refer friends and family.
Refer friends. Get the message out about, Disney Trivia Live on Saturdays at 8 o'clock Central.
And it's all about just sharing positive, fun stuff.
Sharing positive, fun stuff about Disney, learning new fun stuff about Disney.
And as Emma said, this video, I spend the next hour or two editing this video.
Here while we run away.
That's right. So this video will be posted tomorrow on YouTube at noon. So just go to Talking Mickey Project on YouTube or just talkingmickey.com. And you can find it. And up here, where I'm pointing, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Nope, y'all can't see it. It's only on my computer. Just subscribe to the channel, please, and share it with friends. Emma's getting a lot of great feedback, and it's really positive for her. She's really enjoying it.
Sean, so what are we doing next week?
We don't know yet.
We gotta get off the high of this one first. We decompress, and then Monday we go, okay, what are we going to do Saturday?
But we want to do one final shout out to our sponsors, right?
Yeah.
So,
again, thank you, DryBar, for your awesome content here at San Antonio and at the quarry. And thank you, Miss Bridgette, with Storybook Trip. And to your other friends too, and Mr. Kevin himself.
That's right. And I guess that's it. So what do you normally say when we're done at the very end?
Thank you everyone for joining me again tonight on Nikki Trivia Live. I'll see you all next Saturday at 8 o'clock again on Facebook Live. As always, see you real good, everyone.